I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
You like your main man to be white and your side
No,
piece to be dark.
that is not what I mean.
Jeannie, explain what you mean.
Okay,
what
I meant is, like, I used to date black men, okay? I think they're attractive. But what I decided to stick to, because it just kept me happiest, was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Okay.
Peace, man. I'm all about understanding. I'm all about what's best for everybody.
Yeah.
The greater good. And it just like, I'm just telling you, like, my life, I tell myself this every day, like, man, this is amazing. I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. Like, you just talked about, I came up here independently. I just called, like, I'm coming to the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to check in. I ain't got to talk to no label. I ain't got to do nothing. And shout out to Def Jam, love y'all. But it's just like, freedom and ownership is everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're talking art, you're talking culture, you're talking your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked hard my whole life. This is the season of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself first.
So Jeannie Mai's biggest nightmare just came true, and this might be the real reason behind her messy divorce from Jeezy. Word on the street is that Jeezy finally snapped after discovering a raw, uncut text and videotape of Jeannie getting way too cozy with Mario Lopez. That tape's now floating around the dark web, and insiders say it's only a matter of time before someone pays big money to leak it. Jeannie's in full panic mode right now, especially since she spent months trying to convince the world that Jeezy was the villain in their breakup. But this latest twist flips everything. Fans are now wondering if she was the one playing dirty the whole time. The question is, did Jeezy just lose it out of nowhere? Or has he been sitting on this evidence, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Before diving into the divorce fallout and all the emotional wreckage, let's rewind to the exact moment fans knew Jeezy was officially done with her. And yep, it was all caught on camera. During a Breakfast Club interview, when asked about life after marriage and whether he had regrets, Jeezy stayed chill. No anger, no shade, just a calm grin as he said he felt great, finally free, and genuinely happy. Jeezy wasn't just talking when he said he was putting himself first at all costs. That line hit like a thunderclap. You could feel it. He was done, finished, mentally checked out of that marriage for good. No more pretending, no more playing house for the cameras. The look in his eyes during that interview said it all. For once, Jeezy wasn't talking about enemies in the streets. He was talking about the ones right beside him. So when whispers started floating around just a few weeks later that Jeezy had finally lost his patience and dropped tapes that could destroy both Jeannie Mai and Mario Lopez's careers, nobody blinked twice. It didn't sound far-fetched. It sounded inevitable. Fans instantly believed it because deep down, everyone could sense that calm, collected version of Jeezy was really the silence before the storm.
The black guy.
Loved black guys. Yeah, I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white. Yeah, that's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
Because she lightweight offensive. I am
No,
going
I'm
to
not.
push.
I'm saying, like, I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my.
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
That means, honey.
That's
You know what that means.
Wait, what are you reading it as?
Ain't nobody. How did you say it?
According to reports, Jeezy found out Jeannie had been sneaking around with Mario for weeks, maybe even months. He was blindsided, heartbroken, humiliated, and trying to make sense of how his wife, the woman he built a home with, could betray him like that. When he went through her phone and saw those spicy late-night messages, it crushed him. But here's the part that shocked everyone. Jeezy didn't immediately walk out. Nah, he actually tried to hold on. He wanted to believe she'd come to her senses, that she'd end the affair and fix what they'd broken. But then came the bombshell. An anonymous package landed in his hands. Inside were tapes showing Jeannie and another man, allegedly Mario, in intimate situations that no husband should ever have to see. That was the breaking point. After just 2 years of marriage, Jeezy realized he couldn't live another second in that lie. That was the day he emotionally checked out, and the man the world once knew as Mr. Chill turned into a storm nobody saw coming. The moment Jeezy got those tapes, he called his lawyer faster than Jeannie could say couples therapy Divorce papers were getting drafted before the ink on his heartbreak even dried. But as furious as he was, one thought kept haunting him. He wasn't really shocked. Yeah, it hurt like hell, but deep down, he'd seen the red flags waving the whole time. He just didn't want to believe them. That realization hit harder than any betrayal, knowing he'd ignored his gut for love that wasn't real. And here's where things get wild. Fans started digging through Jeannie's old social media posts, and baby, the clues were right there in plain sight. People noticed that her flirty energy with Mario Lopez had been showing for years, long before the divorce drama. Old photos, inside jokes and comments, and subtle back and forths that suddenly looked a whole lot different with context. It's like the internet turned into one big detective squad overnight. But the real flashpoint came from an infamous clip on The Real. In that episode, Jeannie made some seriously eyebrow-raising comments about dating black men versus white men. The moment she said it, the whole room shifted. Her co-hosts' faces said everything. You could see Tamar Braxton side-eye her like, "Girl, what did you just say?" Tamar even clapped back on air, calling her out right then and there. And what did Jeannie do? She just sat there smiling like nothing happened, trying to smooth it over. But the damage was done. Fast forward to today, and that same old clip suddenly feels like a confession in disguise. Because now, with Jeezy allegedly exposing those secret tapes of Jeannie sneaking around with Mario, her words from The Real hit way harder.
It for me.
But he's
what are you
never
gonna
said
do?
anything. He's never said
no,
anything.
I've heard him say to people, I wouldn't mind having children, and I do love children. I know
But
it's
why
a
you don't
little.
want to, come on, you can put one out for him.
Lonnie, Lonnie, no.
One is not going to hurt. We'll help you take care of it. We'll give it to Aiden. Aiden will help.
You lie.
She once laughed and admitted that black men were just her side flings, while white men were her real partners. Now fans are putting two and two together, and the picture they're painting of Jeannie ain't pretty at all. That old clip doesn't just look bad anymore, it looks like a warning sign we all missed. What once came off as an awkward, racially tone-deaf comment now feels like straight-up foreshadowing for why this marriage was doomed from day one and why Jeezy finally snapped. Fans wasted no time dragging Jeannie through the mud for it, calling her out for the same mindset that might have fueled the downfall of their relationship. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. It got me when she didn't even understand how that came off. Like, Tamar literally had to give her the dummy version just to make her get it. And that's what had people talking. Because Jeannie didn't just say something off. It was the fact that she didn't grasp why it was offensive that made folks question her whole attitude toward black men in general. Then came the comment that shook the internet. That's why I never liked her marriage to Jeezy. She had a fetish for black men. Boom. That single sentence set social media on fire. Suddenly, fans started piecing things together like detectives in a Netflix docuseries. Looking back, the signs were all there, and it hit hard that Jeezy and Jeannie might have been doomed from the jump for one uncomfortable reason. She never really liked black men, she just liked the idea of them. Now, here's where the story goes from shady to straight up sinister. There were red flags flying high from the very start of their relationship, but the biggest one was how Jeannie never seemed fully into Jeezy beyond the image. She had spent more than a decade married to a white man with no kids and no plans for any, and suddenly, within months of being with Jeezy, she's glowing up pregnant and showing off a new chapter of love on every magazine cover. Fans are now side-eyeing the whole thing, wondering if this was ever about love or just optics. Because if those tape rumors are true, it paints a darker picture. One where Jeannie wasn't building a family out of love, but chasing a look, a mixed baby aesthetic that boosted her brand. And to make it even messier, this is the same woman who kept saying for years she didn't want kids, didn't want to settle down again, didn't even believe in doing marriage twice.
Oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing?
So why did everything change so suddenly? The streets are saying maybe it wasn't the man, it was the marketing plan. So when Jeannie Mai popped up with Jeezy just a year after finalizing her divorce, the internet practically stopped breathing. Nobody saw it coming. This wasn't some random fling or rebound energy. This was full-blown love story rollout status. Within months, they were posting cute date night pics, red carpet shots, and before you knew it, boom, they were engaged. Fans were like, hold up, didn't she just say she wasn't ready to settle down again? The timeline wasn't adding up. Under normal circumstances, falling fast wouldn't raise eyebrows. But for Jeannie, who just spent years claiming she was done with marriage and didn't want kids, that sudden shift looked suspiciously strategic. When asked about it, she brushed it off, saying that she and Jeezy were grown adults in their late 30s who knew what they wanted and didn't see a reason to wait. But come on, the internet's not naive. Fans immediately clocked the red flag. Just a year earlier, what she wanted was total freedom, not family life. So why the sudden 180? For a while, though, everything seemed perfect. Jeannie and Jeezy looked like they were winning against all odds, smiling, glowing, doing interviews about love, healing, and real partnership. Their Instagram feeds were pure couple goals, vacation photos, behind-the-scenes clips, and endless posts of them doting on their baby girl. From the outside looking in, it looked like a fairy tale finally come true. But right before their 2-year anniversary, the energy shifted, and fans noticed immediately. Jeezy started appearing less and less in her posts, and when he did, something felt off. Their smiles didn't hit the same, the chemistry looked forced, and the captions that once screamed love now sounded like rehearsed lines for the camera. Behind those polished photos, something darker was brewing. And now, looking back, it's crystal clear. This was around the time Jeezy likely found out the truth. The whispers started. Jeannie might have been sneaking around with Mario Lopez, the same man she worked with. Suddenly everything clicked. What made it even messier is how well they played the act. On the surface, Jeannie and Mario looked like just friendly colleagues. Nothing more. They shared professional moments, kept things public and respectful.
I want to thank you for my family. God, I want to thank you for my food. And God, thank you because my daddy made the New York Times bestsellers list.
But once those alleged affair rumors surfaced, fans started rewatching old clips and interviews, noticing how the smallest glances and subtle touches suddenly told a completely different story. What once looked like friendly banter now screamed hidden tension. They fooled everyone for years, but once the truth started leaking, the puzzle pieces finally snapped together. What used to be a dream romance for Jeannie and Jeezy now looked more like the setup for a scandal that had been waiting to explode. Remember that sweet, innocent-looking moment when Mario Lopez was seen holding Jeannie Mai and Jeezy's baby girl during an interview? He even shared a quick little cuddle with her, and everyone at the time thought it was adorable. But now, knowing what we know, that moment feels creepy in the worst way. Imagine being Jeezy, sitting there watching another man cradle your daughter, all while secretly knowing that same man might be sleeping with your wife. That's not just awkward, that's emotional torture. According to inside sources, Jeezy knew way more than he let on. He had already caught wind of Jeannie and Mario exchanging flirty texts long before the public even suspected a thing. The alleged messages had been going back and forth for months. Playful emojis, inside jokes, and late-night check-ins that no married woman should be sending another man. What Jeannie didn't realize, though, was that Jeezy had seen everything as early as June, right around the time he started quietly planning his exit. It's unclear when exactly those cheeky texts turned into something physical. But one thing's for sure. The moment Jeezy confirmed the truth, he didn't waste a single second. He picked up the phone, called his lawyer, and said it was time to fast-track the divorce. No waiting, no second chances. Not only that, he made it crystal clear he wanted joint legal and physical custody of their daughter and wasn't about to hand over a dime more than required. After all, they had a prenup, and Jeezy was sticking to it like gospel. Court documents later revealed that Jeezy had already been emotionally checked out for a while, officially noting they'd been separated long before the media caught on.
2 reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number 1 is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number 2 is something real foul went down. You think that was in love? I feel so bad for her.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, we don't.
There was no hope for reconciliation, as the papers put it. From there, things spiraled fast. The moment Jeannie realized he wasn't bluffing, she went into full defense mode, turning on the tears and trying to flip the script. She started accusing Jeezy of blindsiding her with the divorce and claimed she was wrecked emotionally by how sudden it was. But the public wasn't buying it. Fans could see right through the performance. Her sympathy act fell flat because honestly, the writing had been on the wall for months. Now the narrative had completely flipped. Jeezy wasn't the cold villain anymore. He was the man who quietly endured betrayal, played it cool, and walked away with dignity while the truth slowly caught up to everyone else. Jeannie was so deep in her alleged affair that she couldn't even see how fast her whole world was collapsing. But instead of backing down, she went nuclear. What she did next flipped the entire situation on its head. Out of nowhere, Jeannie accused Jeezy of domestic violence, dropping shocking claims that completely changed the tone of their divorce. According to court documents, Jeannie claimed that during an April 2022 stay at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in San Francisco, Jeezy put his hands on her and allegedly called her a fucking bee, yelling, "I can do so much better than you." She said hotel security had to intervene after she told them she didn't feel safe. It didn't stop there. Jeannie also alleged that in another incident, Jeezy had grabbed her so aggressively inside a car that she ended up with multiple scratches about 2 to 3 inches long across her right breast. She claimed Jeezy later apologized, and to back her story, she reportedly attached screenshots of their messages and photos showing her injuries. But here's where it gets suspicious. The pictures she submitted didn't actually match the injuries she described. Fans and insiders noticed the inconsistencies right away, questioning whether her claims were fully legit or part of a desperate attempt to regain control of the narrative. Then Jeezy came back swinging.
There's 2 reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number 1 is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number 2 is something real.
In a statement to Entertainment Tonight, he flat out denied every single accusation, calling them not just false, but deeply disturbing. His exact words were, "These claims are not only false, but also deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone I loved. This malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous." He didn't stop there. Jeezy went on to say, "It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play. Right now, my main concern is being an active father to our daughter while continuing to fight for joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will prevail through legal channels." That response hit like a hammer. It was calm, firm, and measured, completely opposite of the chaotic image Jeannie was trying to paint. And it made people wonder, if Jeezy was really guilty, why would he sound so composed instead of defensive? His demeanor gave, "I've got receipts" energy. According to court filings, Jeezy believed Jeannie was weaponizing the system to hold on to him. He claimed she made up the abuse allegations out of desperation, hoping that by painting him as an aggressor, she could gain sympathy from the public and maybe even sway the court into granting her more leverage, especially regarding their daughter. He alleged that Jeannie's real motive was control. She didn't want to lose the image, the lifestyle, or the chance to have more kids with him. So now, what started as a cheating scandal had turned into a full-blown legal war. A he said, she said battle where both sides were fighting not just for custody, but for their reputations. Jeezy didn't just accuse Jeannie of lying. He went even deeper, claiming she was obsessed with expanding their family long after their daughter was born. According to his side, Jeannie kept pushing him to have more kids, and when it didn't happen naturally after a full year of trying, she allegedly demanded that they go through IVF. It wasn't about love anymore. It started looking like control. Jeezy said it felt like she was chasing a goal, not a family, and it confirmed the rumors that had been floating around for months, that Jeannie's real motivation was image.
Keep her marriage together. But when Jeannie Mai realized that she was losing the battle in the court of public opinion, when she realized that Jeezy was dead serious about getting not only joint custody, but possibly primary custody of their child, she had to go into damage control, and she is now accusing him of she posted a picture. I'm not going to show y'all the picture of her, I guess her foot, and she claims that he did something to her foot, not her face, but her.
Whispers started swirling that she only wanted to have mixed-race babies, not because of love, but because of how it looked. And that revelation made people see her entire marriage in a new light. Fans began to believe the marriage wasn't about partnership or growth. It was about optics, brand appeal, and the perfect family aesthetic that would boost her profile. Suddenly, all those cute photo shoots and family-centered interviews started feeling like part of a marketing campaign instead of genuine love. What's even crazier? People in Jeannie's own circle started talking. Insiders close to her were reportedly saying that for Jeezy to take such a drastic step, to file for divorce so suddenly, something serious must have gone down behind closed doors. Even Tamar Braxton, who's never one to bite her tongue, spoke out. When asked about Jeannie's situation, Tamar didn't sugarcoat a thing. She said she believed Jeannie had done something real foul to Jeezy. And honestly, at this point, who can blame him for fighting back? After those claims dropped, Jeannie went completely silent. No interviews, no statements, no Instagram lives, just radio silence. And that silence, it's screaming louder than any denial she could post. Because if the rumors are true and Jeezy really played his final card with that alleged tape, there's no PR team on earth that can clean that up. Not in television, not in marriage, not even in the court of public opinion. Jeannie built her whole empire around being the picture-perfect TV personality, the calm voice, the sweet image, the motivational speeches about love and healing. But now, that image is shattered beyond repair. The world is seeing a whole different side of her, and it's not the one she wanted anyone to see. The only question left now is, if that tape ever hits the mainstream, will it only destroy Jeannie's career? Or will it drag Mario Lopez down with her? Because if this story keeps unfolding the way it's going, both of their reputations might never recover. Comment your thoughts below. Let's talk about this mess. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that new hype feature, and I'll see you on the next one.